There's the antenna. So I've not seen it in any strong winds yet to see how good it's going to perform up there. Should I get a 2-inch pole in the near future, probably get another 10 feet up. There you go. Roughly 30 feet to the coil now. Oh. Now then, hopefully this is recorded. Let's turn my little scanner down. I like this. I've showed you it before, and I'll show you it again. Fantastic little piece of kit. Always find something. Well, let's turn that off because you won't hear me. Right, just an update video really. I'm bound to forget a few facts here and there, and I won't go on because it'll only be boring. I came out of hospital 2 or 3 days ago now. I haven't done really a lot. Obviously I'm not supposed to do anything, so that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on not doing anything, but it just gets boring not doing anything. But still, I'm still alive. That's what counts, isn't it? And it's very ironic because late Sunday night, I can't remember the date, was it the 3rd? It was the same day as I fitted my antenna, but late that night I started getting in bad pain. The ambulance was called about 3 in the morning, I think. By the time I went to one hospital, and they decided it was best to transfer me to another hospital to do the stent. Anyway, see, I didn't say either way, I said anyway. I was joking about. I had that done. I stayed in hospital 3 days. They monitored my heartbeat, my blood pressure and everything else, and then released me back into the wild. With lots of rules and conditions. It's very difficult to remember that you've got to take tablets. I'm not somebody who normally takes tablets. Unless I had a severe migraine, I would never take a tablet. But either way, now I've got to, every day, I think it's 3 in the morning and 4 at night, every day for the rest of my life. So that's a bit of a ball ache. So I'm just making a quick video really to say thank you to Fred for his a very touching video he made for me. Never met the man, he didn't have to make it, did he? Very kind, and all the well wishes I've had through that video. People on my YouTube channel that really isn't very good. I initially did my YouTube channel. It's not that informative on things. It's very sort of stand back and look at things. I don't go into great depth on anything. I just scratched the surface on things. But originally, when I started my channel, it was just as a diary, a personal diary, really. If I was more technically minded, I would probably not made most of my videos public. I would have just left them private so nobody saw them, and it was just a reference to me, because over the last 8 or 9 years, possibly 10 years, I've gone through a lot of motorbikes, big motorbikes, which was my hobby, but strangely enough it's going down the pan. Not to do with my ill health. It's the lads I used to ride around with, and we used to socialise. It was all about the banter as well as the riding the bike. We've disbanded. People have gone their own ways, or they're all doing their own things and not really riding the bikes anymore. Some of them got rid of the bikes. So I must confess, I do find it, despite the fact that it is exhilarating riding a motorbike that can do 0 to 100 in 5 seconds, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, that was always my thrill. But yeah, so to update you, I'm going back on myself here for a little moment, but to update you, I'm on the. They sent somebody in hospital to give me a bit of counselling, because I've always been a smoker, a heavy smoker, since I was a young lad. That I believe was my demise to my heart attacks, my 2 heart attacks I've just had. They visit you in the hospital to try and give you a bit of counselling and a bit of coaching, to try and pack in the filthy habit, as it were. So, or we can give you patches and we can do this, or give you these tablets, or so I've had these. I have had it in mind to try and pack in for quite some time, but I'm just lacking in willpower. And I bought these. Was that on? Yeah, bought these. In fact, the one what's on charge at the moment cost me quite a lot of money. I think I paid something like £90 a couple of years ago just for the mod, which anybody who's not into these things is the battery. Why they didn't just call it a battery pack, I'll never know. But this particular one I've got here, this only has one battery. So if you vape quite a lot in the daytime, you can kill a battery. 18650 cells. Ironically, the same as what your laptop's got in. I do happen to have a few at hand. £5 each these are, and these are 3000 milliamp hours. I bought these, or started to collect them to make an electric bike. Works out to be about nearly 300 quid. So I need 58 of these. So many in series and so many in parallel to make a 48 volt battery for an electric bike in the future. So that's that. So yeah, following me sort of having my stent fitted in the hospital, I've never wanted a cigarette. Now some might argue and say, well, obviously you do, because that's why you've got these filthy vape things. Can't call it a pen, it's not really a pen. So I've never wanted one since I've been in hospital. I've never wanted a cigarette. I've not got any inclination to light one. I haven't even got any. I told the wife to give anything I had away. Throw lighters away, get rid of ashtrays. Anybody who comes around my house, any of my family who smokes, I'll ask them to go outside, you know. Oh yeah, this is me. I'm on the old not quite the same, but obviously it's very similar. You're putting something into your mouth, aren't you? So I will stick to it. It's not a possible, it's not a probable, it's a definite. I will stick to it because it's quite a frightening experience. Really is. I'm not out of the woods yet, am I? So it's one of these. And it's ironic because that morning, on a Sunday morning, that I went into hospital, I was due to start a new job Monday afternoon, 2 o'clock. I was supposed to do a 1 hour's induction on health and safety in a place, and then start work 3 till 11:15, doing iPads and iPhones in a sort of warehouse. So I'm not sure exactly what I would have been doing to iPads or iPhones, but yeah, so that one's out the window. And also a breaker that I haven't had a chance to to wish my charismations. It's alright. I'm lacking a little bit in sleep. I actually went to bed at what time did I go to bed? 1:45 this morning, and I got up at 5:45. And my sleeping pattern's all over the place. But a friend off the CB that I've been speaking to since I was a young lad, I was 18 years of age when I started talking to him, Tony Pitman. Sadly, he recently died. I believe he was 74. I hadn't spoken to him for probably the last 5 weeks of his life. He used to come on after midnight, sort of quite late. So yeah, and the ironical thing is, the night I had my heart attack and was rushed in hospital, the following day, on the Monday, was his funeral, Tony's funeral. I'm 53 and I've been speaking to him since I was 18 on the radio, so I never got the chance to go to his funeral. never got a chance to start my new job. But either way, there's a reason for everything, isn't there? So, strangely enough, my cholesterol levels were very low, which is another thing what, you know, one of the consultants there says of your blood tests and everything, you obviously eat very well, the correct foods, because your cholesterol levels were quite low. And I said, no, I just eat any old junk. That's a bit of a coincidence, so my blood sugar levels were quite sensible as well. And I'll drink tea like it's going out, you know. But yeah, so I just thought I'd make a quick video to let you know my progress. I can't drive for a week. I've only got about another, what, 4 days left till I can drive, but I had a bit of a dizzy patch yesterday where I'm standing there and I come over all dizzy. I had to get my daughter to bring me home, and I lay down on the settee for a couple of hours, and the day before I had exactly the same. I haven't felt too bad, you know, could have been a lot worse, but I've got to gradually start doing a very small amount of walking, which I do. I have to do a bit of walking to get in here, so I'm not just lying there all day. I'm doing little bits, but very little bits, nothing. I'm not lifting any weights, or obviously not climbing any ladders. Just standing there for a while is enough. So yeah, thank you very much, Fred, for your efforts and thoughts, and sending people onto my channel to wish me well. I do appreciate it. It's very touching that somebody should bother, to be quite honest. Yeah, I appreciate that, mate, I really do. And anybody who's come onto my channel, there's too many, there really is too many well-wishers to say thank you individually. There's lots and lots and lots of them. I can't tell you how many, but you know you are, and thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Right, you'll have to tell me, anybody, if this rings any bells to you. I'm going to have to be a bit jerky with the camera, but my 9900 CRT Superstar 9900's developed a bit of a fault. It is receiving, but it's like it's almost like you've got the RF gain turned down. I'm not getting a signal. I'm only getting extreme signals on the graph on your signal meter. Anybody who's got a very strong signal, it does register a signal. But I've noticed on sideband, I was talking to a guy who lives about 15 miles away. He was giving me no, sounded very good, sounded very clear, but giving me no signal. I don't know what's happened there, but I'll be very gentle with the camera if I can. Hang on. There we go. I'll tighten this up. Now there it is. Look, I've been playing through the memories through the menus. Now my radio, my old Murphy at the bottom. Look, it's on channel 33, and the aerial is on this one. The switcher box is set to this one. So if I key this radio up, this one, look here. Right, you will see the meter come up. See it? That's only got a patch lead on it now. It's got effectively no antenna. So if I turn the Murphy off, flick the switcher box, I don't know if you heard the alteration there, but the sound, the background noise there did alter. Now if somebody talks, what should give me a 4 or 5, I mean it just in the background noise now it should show 4 or 5 pounds, that's 4 or 5, but it's showing nothing. That's channel 19. So here's the RF gain, look, in the centre. Turn that full off, turn it full on, and also when I key the radio up, the radio is it's on full power, 12.2 volts, and it's not running off a power supply, it's running off my solar charged car batteries. There you go, look, 2.2 volts DC. But when I key up, I mean this should come across to say I'm pushing out, I don't know, 5 watts, 10 watts, whatever, but so I haven't got a clue what's happened there, I really haven't. If you've got any ideas, if you want to leave me a comment, I would appreciate it. Else otherwise I'm going to have to be finding somewhere to send it off to get it repaired. I had one of these. I actually had a President grant Grant 2 and one of these about a year ago. Sadly, I accidentally keyed it up. I had the switcher box set wrong. I think it blew the finals. It cost me about 40 quid at a shack to get it repaired to 9900. I keyed it up basically, and I had the switcher box in the wrong position, so I was transmitting only on a patch lead and not through to my antenna. And the Grant 2, I decided because you couldn't adjust the TX frequency on sideband, that it wasn't the radio for me, although I did like the looks of it and I did think it was a good radio. But yeah, I didn't get on with that one, so I got rid of that, and I also got rid of the 9900. And then I bought myself a CRT. I still got the actual instructions here, look. Now, this was quite a good radio, the SS7900, because it's quite big. Whereas if you've got large hands, these are quite small, these 9900s. But I would, you know, I'd imagine if you took one mobile, it would be absolutely fantastic. So that's about it anyway. Well, let's put my other radio back on. If somebody was talking on there now, you would hear them, but it's just not giving any signal. I can't work out what's going wrong, but I'm going to get a dummy load. I've got my dummy load down here somewhere in one of these meters down here, and work out what power it's kicking out, because this radio's never done the proper power that it should do since I've owned it. I bought it second hand. It only showed 10 watts flat out. Saying that, it's not on 14.2 volts, is it? Or 13.8 should I say. It's on 12 point something, so that will lower the output power. It was doing 50 on sideband and 10 on FM. I didn't know if anybody had it turned down to run a small burner or a linear amplifier. Right, let's turn that radio off then. Let's turn the old Murphy back on, the good old faithful. There it goes, look. That's definitely working. It's definitely on that antenna because the signal meter's come up a little bit. So there you have it really. I haven't really got any more to say. If anybody wants to know anything, or just pop me the question, I will try and reply to the best of my knowledge. And well, as I get a little bit better, or start feeling a little bit better, I'm going to start tidying this place up, because it's one. I wouldn't say it's dirty, but I've got spanners on the floor, down on the floor. I've got everything everywhere, so it really needs a serious tidy up in this man cave. My solar panel control panel's working fine still. We're not getting as much sunlight now, and obviously the days are going to draw in because we're in September. I'm not sure. I've got it on my watch. Keep forgetting I've got a new watch. What's that say? September the Saturday the 9th. Saturday the 9th of September. So, you know, our hours of daylight are going to start reducing, so the batteries are not going to get so much of a good charge as they were not long ago. And that's about it. I will keep you updated on the 9900, and obviously I'm going to have to get it repaired. Find out what power it's actually doing, and then get the thing repaired. Where's that? Well, it should be on 9.2, shouldn't it? That's channel 33 there. If I key the other radio up and the meter comes up. A very strange fault, very strange. Yeah, so just to recap before we go, people, thank you for your get well wishes. It really is appreciated. It's nice to think people care. I'll keep you updated on my health things and everything else. I hope this hasn't been too boring, and I'm sort of over the moon to be out at home, even though I can't do a lot at the moment, not even drive my car. I've got a good family around me. My daughter's been as good as gold. I've got a lad who lives in Great Yarmouth. I'm in the West Midlands. I'm sort of Nuneaton area of the West Midlands. I've got a son who lives, a 30-year-old son who lives only a couple of miles away, so I need an aerial taking down. I'll give him a call. When he's not working, he'll come up and help me out on that one. yeah, and I do plan on doing some videos, but I'll have to do my own work a little bit more, get my facts correct and stop scratching the surface and go in depth on things, because people like to hear specifics and the nooks and crannies of things, don't they? So and I've had years and years and years of experience, and I've seen the change of the old style radios like this one here. Look, you know, in its simplest form: volume squelch, channel change, high and low power, channel 9. The good old radios, and now your microchip radios, you know, what computer control with memories, and I'm not sure which I prefer, to be fair. I don't know. And in this space up here, there, where there's a bracket, I'm going to get my old, it's not actually a Planet 2000, but it looks like one. I'm going to fit that in there today for something to do. Mana Kestrel, I believe it's called a Mana Kestrel, but I like those radios. They seem to stand the test of time. But I'm yabbling on again. I'm really seriously yabbling on, as I always do. So everybody, you take care of yourselves, as I said, and I can't stress enough. Fred, thank you for your efforts making that video. It was quite touching, mate. It really was. And to everybody who's come on to my YouTube channel to you know, send me good wishes, I really appreciate it. People have got good hearts. It sounds a bit ironic, doesn't it? Yeah, there's some very nice people out there, and the old CBers, one way or another, they tend to stick together. So thank you very much to everybody, and when I'm feeling better and I'm not quite short of breath and that, you know, I can do some better videos, and it'll give me something to do now, editing this, won't it? Anyhow, take care all, thanks very much, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now from the Charlie Tango 1017, Mr. Shane. Bye for now. Now then, as I said, I would put this, I call it a Planet 2000, but it's not. It's a Mana Kestrel, as it says on the control dial there for the channels. I've always liked these radios ever since I first ever saw one, and they seem to stand the test of time. The writing doesn't wear out. I keep knocking. I've got a bit of a baby tripod in my hand here with my camera on. Every time I go to point, I keep knocking the bottom, so I apologise for that. But yes, I call this, there's three guises of this. I'll have to try and remember the other name. There's this, a Mana Kestrel, there's the Planet 2000, which looks almost identical, and then there's another one beginning with a C, and I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. So the other two, they have a yellow meter. The signal meter there is actually yellow. It quite stands out. That one, of course, is just a standard one when you turn it off. Sorry about the wavery camera, I'm trying my hardest here to hold this. See, when you turn this one off, look, just a standard type old-fashioned meter. They very rarely did 4 watts. All the ones that I've had, some of them have been as low as 2.5 watts, but if you use it into a small burner, then obviously you're going to get 20 watts or 15, or depending on what amplifier you use. But I don't know what appeals to me. Years ago, when you Harrier CBX, I've got one of them behind me. They're not a bad radio, but they're not head and shoulders in my eyes in the York 863s and York 861s, and it's personal preference with radios. Everybody has, some people are Uniden fans. I don't dislike any, I like them all, but when it came to value for money and everything, I always found out they had a tremendous audio quality. If I was a bit of a line so-and-so in the olden days, in the 80s, and somebody said, "Oh, that's a fantastic audio, what radio are you using?" I could say Kenwood TS140 or a 440, because for some unknown reason, whether I'll have to do my homework on these, which is what I never do, of course, when I make these videos, but I'll have to start doing a bit of homework and finding out the facts. I think they're, I'm sure, unless my mind is playing me up, my memory, they have their own exclusive sort of circuit board, these radios, so they're not shared with the Uniden or indeed the Cybernet radios. they've got their own unique board, so I would imagine their amplification for audio you know, is their own, as it were, which is why you have yeah, they have a very good quality audio quality. So if somebody the other end you was talking to said what radio are you using, if you wanted to have a bit of a joke, or you're a lying git, you could quite easily say I'm on a Kenwood 440 years ago, and they probably would have believed you, because the audio quality really was that good. So I always try and have one of these radios for some unknown reason, despite the fact that it's been on the shelf and I've lived in this house 4 years. I have used it probably. I've had it bolted to the shelf for a year and used it on quite a few occasions, but I definitely haven't used it for a couple of years. But I decided it was high time I got it out and give it a bit of a. But nobody's on. Nobody's on. But then again, it is half past 7. I've been up since 5:45, I think I got out of bed, something like that. There was nobody on. I spoke to some lorry drivers earlier. They were on 3-7, the lorry drivers were. Let's see if they're still about. Anybody on here? Give me a Roger please, 3-7. No, I'm not getting much since my antenna's been hired, since it's a bit higher in the sky, according to this radio, S2. Well, that's not bad, because there was a time where I was getting S7 of static, and now look, 2, just over a 2, so we can't complain about that. But there you go, another one from the past. Sadly I can't find the lead for this one, because this has got an this Binatone Route 66. I never really liked these in the day. I never fancied owning one, but that has got one hell of a very sensitive receiver on it. Lovely clear receiver. It's very good, very good. Probably amongst one of the best I've ever heard. Even the Murphy home base has got quite a good front end receiver on it. Nobody's on, look, where I live. See the needle? Very low. No, nobody's on. That's it. I thought I'd show you this one. If I can find any interesting, entertaining facts, I'll put some text on the video so you can watch that. Anyway, take care all. Bye for now.